Back now with the story of a brutal crime that made national headlines 30 years ago and haunts New York City to this day. A woman viciously sexually assaulted and beaten while jogging in Central Park. That event changed the lives of the victim, the teenagers convicted of the attack, and turned a park that was so loved into an object of fear at the time. 2020 has taken a new look at this story. ABC's Terry Moran has more. Terry, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. You know, this story is such an emotional story, and it still has so much resonance for America today, raising issues of crime and race and justice. And right in the middle of this controversial story, a rising real estate developer named Donald Trump.
A terror spree through Central Park.
It was a crime that horrified the nation and tore New York City apart.
100th Street and East Drive from attacking joggers on the reservoir.
A woman brutally sexually assaulted and left for dead.
I'm Trisha Miley, and I'm known as the Central Park Jogger. It was 30 years ago that I went out for a run after work in Central Park, and I was attacked.
The headlines were just extraordinary.
The media was all over this thing.
The DA decides to charge a group of teenagers in the attack on Trish Maley.
Those five: Kevin Richardson, Anton McCrae, Yusef Salaam, Raymond Santana, and Corey Wise.
We started hearing this term wilding, this phenomena where kids of color go berserk and try to harm people.
It's all over the newspapers every day, every news broadcast.
Wilding.
Wilding.
Wilding. By any name, it means terror.
That fear of the sexual violation of white women at the hands of black men is a fear that goes all the way back to the days of slavery in this country.
Amidst those fears and racial tensions, the teens went on trial with video confessions they made to police, though no DNA evidence linking them to the victim.
They came from strong, supportive families. What they were not involved in were criminal activities.
There was this rising tide of these boys becoming the symbols of all that was wrong in New York. This is why we need to come down on these young teenagers, these thugs.
And the press, who rely on the police for their information about crimes, or largely rely on the police, felt that the case was solved.
One of the voices in the growing chorus, Donald Trump, then a swaggering New York City real estate developer.
You better believe that I hate the people that took this girl and raped her brutally.
In a full-page ad scheduled to appear in tomorrow's New York City newspapers, millionaire businessman Donald Trump calls for the reinstatement of the state's death penalty.
What Donald Trump did was whip up the climate of frenzy around this case a notch higher.
I'm saying if they're found guilty, if the woman died, which she hopefully will not be dying, but if the woman died, I think they should be executed.
People were in a frenzy. The people weren't all that concerned about fairness and about justice.
It was a frenzy, and the twists and turns that this story has taken over the decades is just unbelievable. It is still a raw story. Tom?
And it really has never ended. So what is the status of the case right now?
Well, those five teenagers were convicted. But when the real rapist, the man whose DNA matched what was found on the victim, came forward and confessed, their convictions were overturned. But there was no wrongdoing ever placed on police or prosecutors. But as I say, this case is still very much alive in the hearts and minds of New Yorkers. Tom?
All right, Terry Moran for us. Terry, thank you. And you can see that entire 2-hour 2020 documentary, incredibly compelling, tonight at 9 Eastern, right here on ABC.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.